Welcome to the Fabulous Cancer Podcast. Hail to the podcast, baby.
Today is a very special episode because we're not going to talk about cancer, but I'm in conversation with my childhood game icon, Jon St. John, who is the voiceover for Duke Nukem and many other game characters.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah! Thank you so much.
That's the way to start it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. So today I want to talk a little bit about like my childhood before cancer, but mainly about how the game impacted my life and also about your voice acting, work and everything. So
Sure.
yeah, I'm super hyped.
Fire away. I'm ready. Fire when ready, Gridley.
Thank you.
Sure.
So let's get into the first question. How did you get into voice acting?
For me, it was kind of a natural progression. I was a radio broadcaster for 40 some odd years. And when the radio industry started going, pardon the expression, to hell, because over here in the States, capitalism is king, right? So money is all that matters. What came out of the speaker on the radio wasn't important to the industry anymore, only making the money. So the quality went down. They got rid of talent. People like me, who actually had talent, to opt for the trained monkeys that work for peanuts. Or would that be bananas? And so anyway, I was producing an automobile dealer commercial from the radio station I worked at in San Diego back in 1994. And the female voice talent brought in to voice the commercial was Lonnie Minella, who at the time was one of the top casting directors in the video game industry. And while setting up her microphone, she was doing all these crazy, wacky voices during the mic check. And I decided I'd show off a little bit too. Turned on my mic and started doing voices. And she said, "Wow, you've got tremendous range. Have you considered acting in video games?" And at the time in 1994, 95, it's like, what are you talking about, acting in video games? There's no voices in video games. She said, "Well, there's about to be, and we have this game called Duke Nukem you'd be perfect for." And I auditioned for it, got it, and the rest is history. So for me, it was a progression from radio right into voice acting.
Wow, that's incredible.
Mhm.
That's incredible. And
It was easy.
yeah, wow.
I was so lucky.
Yeah, because I'm always wondering, like, wow, how do you get into voice acting for that and stuff? I mean, it's so for me, I just always game, so I'm like, wow, this would be incredible. I'm not an actor, so I could never do that, but it's like, wow, that's really cool.
Oh, anybody could do it, and you have a lovely voice. Sure, you could.
Thank you.
Hey, there's nothing you can't do. Just remember that.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, which characters did you do also voice over work for?
I'm glad that I remembered to open a document so that I can recite them to you, because I go back to, 1995, 96. So some of the first were in the Candyland adventure game. You remember Hasbro's Candyland board game? They turned it into a video game in 1996.
Oh, wow.
And I was most of the male cast in that. I was Lord Licorice, Gloppy, Jolly, Mr. Mint, of course, Duke Nukem. I was Simon Gruber in the Die Hard trilogy games. Let's see. I'm going to scroll through a bunch of these because nobody knows these and they're old. Let's see. What are the most? Twisted Metal 4 was a great one for me because I'm the entire male cast of the game. I'm Sweet Tooth, Spokes Clown, Orbital, General Warthog, Trashman, Rob Zombie, Ralph Jones. And interestingly enough, the female voices in that game were Lonnie Minella, the person who cast me originally as Duke Nukem. In the Half-Life opposing force games, I'm drill instructor Dwight T. Barnes. I'm several MPs and soldiers in that game. I'm well known as Big the Cat in the Sonic the Hedgehog games.
Yes, I like that. I like how you got
is that-
from Duke Nukem to the Big Cat. It's
Funny, too, isn't it? I mean,
To go from a voice like this to "Where's my Foggy? I can't find you. Don't look so good, little buddy."
kind of a stretch,
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm amazed at how many people love Big the Cat because it's just such a dumb voice I did. I made the character as dumb as possible, and yet people still cling to it.
Yeah, definitely.
In some of the other Half-Life games, I'm Dr. Rosenberg and various soldiers. Let's see. What are the important ones? Let me keep scrolling through here. There are so many. I've done hundreds of games over the years.
That's incredible.
Heroes of Neworth, I'm the Badass Pack announcer. In Conduit, I'm Michael Ford. In Rochard, I'm John Rochard. In Star Trek Online, I'm Bavat, the Klingon admiral. I'm also Captain Franklin Drake, Vrymek, Miori, and Mavek. Those Klingons have the weirdest names, don't they? Mavek. Everything's got an apostrophe. Let's see. In Dota 2, Defender of the Ancients 2, I'm Enigma, Bloodseeker, and
Admiral Kunka, who is nothing more than my bad Patrick Stewart impression. Hello, this is Admiral Kunka.
And that's the same voice I used in the original King Varian Rin for World of Warcraft.
This is King Varian Rin in World of Warcraft.
Wow.
Same voice. I've used that voice several times. In This Is the Police, I'm the lead, Jack Boyd. In Rad Rogers, a really cool side-scroller game that I love, I'm Dusty, the dusty old game console. Gosh, there are so many. I guess those are the biggest ones. One more I should mention is Bombshell and Ion Fury. I'm Jadis Heskel. I'm the bad guy. And I love playing the bad guy. That's the most fun you can have as a voice actor, being the bad guy.
Yeah, that's incredible, because I was just thinking, like, do you ever find it weird to hear your own voice? When you're playing? No?
Nah, not at all. It's funny too, though. I have kids. Well, they're not kids anymore. They're adults now. When they were growing up, going to school, yeah, they sometimes they'd mention to their friends, "Oh yeah, my dad's Duke Nukem," but they didn't really care about that. That was not anything that impressed them in any way. But when I was doing sound design for Nickelodeon Channel years ago, and they wanted a sound effect for that orange splat logo they used to have, it'd splat on the screen. I'm the guy who went, made the noise on my microphone, and my kids love talking about that. My dad's the splat on Nickelodeon. They were more impressed by that than Duke Nukem.
Wow, that's crazy, because like I told my
It's weird.
Yeah, because I told my friends and family like that I'm gonna interview you, and they're like, because I read on your Wikipedia page as well, like you did the Half-Life indeed, like you said, and my friends like, oh my god, like he's obsessed with Half-Life. Yeah,
Good for him.
Yeah, so yeah, it's awesome.
I wonder if he plays Counter-Strike Go, Global Offensive. Because did you? I'm the training instructor throughout that game.
Really?
Now we're going to take some aim at real human targets. You did fine with the cardboard. Now let's shoot at real people. We're going to need you to take out these bad guys. So it was a, kind of a southern drawl drill instructor.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much.
Now you're in the Netherlands, right?
I am.
I told you that I grew up there. Well, for about 5 years as a child. From the time I was 6 to about 11 years old, I lived in Woudenberg and Amersfoort.
Ah, yes. So
are you familiar with those towns, or are they too tiny for you to know?
I know Amersfoort.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And where are you? Are you near Amsterdam or Rotterdam or?
Yes, near Amsterdam.
Ah, very good. It's so lovely there. I can't wait to come back and visit someday.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I'm sure you'd really like it. I mean, it would be nice to, I think, to always come back to where you lived before and be like,
oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I turned the tables on you, and I'm interviewing you now. I'll stop doing that.
No.
I'll let you ask the questions.
It's okay. Because you said you can speak a little Dutch?
Klein beetje. Not very well. I mean, I used to. That was a long time ago. I've forgotten everything, pretty much, except the naughty words that I shouldn't be saying.
Yeah, I think everyone does.
Well, all the Dutch kids wanted to learn the English naughty words, and all the American kids wanted to learn the naughty Dutch words. So
right,
that's how it worked out.
Yeah, that's how you educate each other. I think.
Right.
So how has Duke Nukem impacted your life?
Oh, well, in so many ways, but specifically the best way, I mean, financially, clearly, because, I make money doing the recordings, but in the best way possible, I guess, is the fanship and the fact that I am invited to conventions around the world. And that gives me a chance to actually meet the fans, hang out with them. And that's been the greatest part of being the voice of Duke Nukem, is it affords me that opportunity to actually meet the fans. And I get paid to do these appearances, and I have so many frequent flyer miles now. It's great.
Oh, that means like you save up the flyer miles so you can like go for free or something like that?
Well, they always pay to fly me somewhere, in just cabin in regular coach, right? But since I collect all the frequent flyer miles on my account, I upgrade myself to first class.
Oh, great.
So see, there's a great benefit to being Duke Nukem. I get to fly first class because of Duke.
Yeah. Do you ever like use the voice for the flight or anything like that, or like for like?
Oh golly, no. Oh no. Most people don't. Most people don't know who Duke is. I mean, I've got a pretty good following. There's 1.5 million, 2 million followers approximately. But that's a very small percentage of all the people out there. And not everybody's a gamer. Too bad, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like my friends actually, I'm more surprised. Like well, I don't know if surprise is a word, but more like I tell people like I talk to and stuff and like get to know more about your stuff and everything. I've seen some interviews and stuff that you did, and they also do play Duke Nukem Forever, and like they're replaying it. I'm like, yeah, that's that's great. It's
Oh, I'm glad they're still playing it because that game got banned so bad.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but it's like, wow, I should probably.
Oh, you haven't?
No,
Okay, take it from me. Take it from me. And it's not because I'm the voice of Duke. It was one of the most fun games I've ever played because there's so much interactivity in the game. And it's goofy and silly and,
That's incredible. Okay, I'm going to, after this interview, I'm just going to buy it right away and just play it. Cause
you got to get.
Yeah, because I saw that on Steam. They also have the one from 95, I think. So like the old one and the new one.
Oh, that's right. Well, on Steam, they have the 20th anniversary edition of the original Duke 3D game, which is really good because they bumped up the graphics. They redid a lot of the audio. It's really a much better playing experience. Game engine's better.
Okay, I'm going to play it right away. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, because also about your fans, I really see that you're really engaged in stuff, like on social media, in like even on the cons and everything. It's like really incredible to see. And I also read you do something called King Cruise.
Oh, KingCon Cruise. Yeah, that's I have a convention. So all these conventions appearances that I've done over the years have led my career into a new direction now where I wanted to start my own convention, but I wanted it to be something unique. So I decided to do it on a cruise ship. We're going on year 3 now. Originally, it was called NotCon at Sea, but that wasn't the name that I wanted for my cruise, but I was kind of stuck with it for a while. Now we've rebranded as KingCon Cruise because hail to the king, baby. And we're going out of Orlando, Florida next March to the Bahamas. And what it is I bring other voice actor guests along with me. For instance, next year we'll have DC Douglas and Richard Epcar will be coming along with Wes Johnson. And so fans get to hang out with us and do adventures with us, including the glass bottom kayaks, snorkeling over shipwrecks, zip lining, a giant water park, and then of course all the activities that you have on a cruise ship, which are numerous. We'll be on a ship called Mariner of the Seas, a Royal Caribbean cruise liner that has a rock climbing wall and a virtual bungee jump thing and mini golf and a laser tag arena and just everything. So it's a chance for fans to come to a convention that doesn't cost any more than a land-based convention, but you get like a vacation at the same time because it's 4 nights on Monday through Friday into the Bahamas, hanging out with the voice actors and doing silly things with them and getting drunk with them every night, basically.
That's incredible.
It's a lot of fun, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've actually seen like some videos and stuff on the page, and I'm like, wow. Mm-hmm. I've never been to America. I'm like, this is the first thing I need to do in my life.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Plan on coming over to America in March and then get on our cruise ship with us. That'll be this is a tough time, too. This coronavirus is, it's a scary thing because it's, the last place you want to be is on Petri dish of the seas, Yeah. Cruise ships are getting a really bad rap right now. And for my cruise con, this put a big hit on us. I'm hoping that the coronavirus thing will pass by this summer or early fall, and I'll be able to still sell enough cabins to make it worthwhile. It's just unfortunate that happened after I decided my convention was going to be a cruise ship convention. But I'm not going to change the model. People love it. For 2 years in a row, we've had nothing but rave reviews, and everybody, 70% of the people who went the first year are going again in year 3.
Wow.
So they really had a good time. They really enjoyed it.
That's amazing. Yeah, and I can also put like the website and everything like in the description down below so people can, contact or, buy
Oh,
tickets and
sure.
stuff. That'd be
Sure,
really
just
cool.
go to KingConCruise.com.
Great. Awesome. Thank you. It's really
You betcha.
Yeah, it's really cool you sorry to interrupt by the way. That you do all this stuff because for me I played Duke Nukem when I was like 5-6 years old and stuff. Hashtag good parenting, but I think it's fun. And that's really like this is really the greatest game that got me into gaming and stuff. Because like I said before, we were me and my sister, we didn't play really the campaigns. I don't think we really understood that, but we were always shooting strippers, and the money came out, and we were always shooting the pigs and stuff, and we're like, wow, this is like, it really got me into gaming. And even like during when I had cancer, I still played a lot, and not as much as like first person shooters, but like now even later I play more first person shooters. Now I'm like, wow, wait, I need to figure out what's with Duke Nukem, what happened with the game and stuff. And then I found Duke Nukem Forever, and I'm like, oh, this is great, this is yeah, it's really incredible. And as well with like the community that has really an impact on me with my personal life and meeting incredible friends online and stuff. So it's really it's really incredible. And I think I speak for everyone for that. Like it really connects people on like another level.
Cool.
So,
And there are other ways to play Duke Nukem now, including in the Rad Rogers game I mentioned earlier. You can play Duke Nukem in Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. You can take out the Grayson character played by Steve Bloom and play Duke Nukem instead. Duke has made an appearance in a number of games now, but he's actually playable in those 2 games, which make them even more fun, I think.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. Oh my God. I'm so excited.
It sounds like you've got some gaming in your future.
Yeah, I have a lot. Like I do Twitch streaming and stuff, so like online, and it's really nice. I'm just like I need to be more kind of organized about it, but it's like I just love gaming so much, and it always has been ever since I was younger and stuff. With your work, it's like wow, it's really incredible. So thank you so much for your work. I mean, even now, 25 years later, it's still really relevant, I think, in many ways. So yeah, it's really cool.
Excellent. I'm glad you approve.
Definitely. Definitely. So I was wondering, where can people reach out or contact you?
Oh, well, I do have a website, and you can book me for appearances or for recording purposes there, which is jonstjohn.audio. And just remember, there's no H in my first name. It's like Jonathan, JONSTJOHN .audio.
Yes. Okay.
jonstjohn.audio. That's where I am.
Great. I will also put all your social media and website in the description. So.
Excellent. Hopefully everybody will come to the KingCon Cruise site and buy a badge and come cruise with us.
Yeah. That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be. I'd love it.
Yeah, I'm already hyped.
Sweet.
Yeah, just thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Like I can.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Thank you. It's maybe it's kind of weird, but I can cry from happiness. Like I'm so honored to talk to you. It's like.
You're funny. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's true. Like the game is like I just always think about like even now I think about like just sitting in front of my computer when I was 5 and like yeah, Duke Nukem and everything, and now I'm like talking to you. It's insane. It's incredible.
Shake it, baby.
Yeah.
Shake it, baby. Your face, your ass. What's the difference?
Oh my God, thank you. It's really an honor. So, oh my God, thank you. And I also saw you have a daughter called Kawaii Besu, right?
Oh yes, you're familiar with her cosplay, I take it.
Yes.
Yeah, she's good. She's really good.
Yeah, I just want to give her credit and be like, wow, she's incredible. I love her. So,
excellent. I'm sure she'll appreciate those comments.
Thank you. Well, you're welcome, actually. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you, guys, for listening to the podcast. If you want to reach out, go to Instagram.com/the Fabulous Cancer Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, thank you